Although Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction is often praised as a groundbreaking piece of 1990s cinema, its DNA can be traced back to the early 20th century, particularly in the works of Ernest Hemingway. Long before Tarantino stitched together gangsters, boxers, and hitmen into his nonlinear tapestry of pulp storytelling, Hemingway was experimenting with the very narrative techniques that make Pulp Fiction so compelling. His 1927 short story, The Killers, may be one of the strongest hidden influences behind Tarantino's masterpiece. Hemingway's philosophy of storytelling. Hemingway revolutionized American literature with his concise prose and emphasis on what he called the iceberg theory. His belief was that the most powerful stories are told not by revealing every detail, but by allowing meaning to linger beneath the surface. This stripped down, leave the rest unsaid, approach lends his fiction a cinematic quality, an effect many filmmakers have drawn from, whether consciously or not. In The Killers, Hemingway exemplifies this philosophy. Two gangsters walk into a diner, engage in casual banter, and prepare to ambush a boxer named Ole Anderson. The dialogue is both mundane and menacing, carrying the tension of violence without ever spelling it out. Readers never see the climax. Instead, they're left to imagine Ole Anderson's fate. That ambiguity is what gives the story its enduring power. Tarantino's pulp language and legacy. Decades later, Tarantino tapped into a similar energy. His characters, whether they are mob hitmen or small-time crooks, are defined as much by their idle chatter as by their violent actions. Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield debating burgers or foot massages echo the same conversational absurdity found in Hemingway's Two Hitmen. Tarantino, like Hemingway, understands that leaving space for the audience's imagination creates more impact than showing every detail. Moreover, Pulp Fiction carries its own Hemingway-inspired ellipses. The glowing briefcase, Butch's uncertain future, and Marcellus Wallace's off-screen vengeance all embody the same iceberg principle, details deliberately withheld to give the story a mythic texture. The boxer connection. One of the strongest parallels between The Killers and Pulp Fiction lies in the boxer storyline. Hemingway's doomed Ole Anderson is a heavyweight prizefighter caught in the crosshairs of organized crime. Tarantino's Butch, played by Bruce Willis, faces a similar predicament after double-crossing a mob boss during a rigged fight. Both stories use the figure of the boxer as a symbol of masculinity and defiance, while also highlighting how quickly that defiance can place someone on the wrong side of hired killers. Two generations of gangster stories. Though separated by nearly 70 years, The Killers and Pulp Fiction reflect a shared lineage of gangster storytelling. Hemingway wrote in an age when American organized crime loomed large, while Tarantino crafted his film as a postmodern love letter to pulp magazines, grindhouse films, and noir classics. Yet both works hinge on tension, ambiguity, and dialogue-driven suspense rather than straightforward violence. For fans of Tarantino, exploring Hemingway's short fiction, especially The Killers, offers a fascinating look at how the roots of Pulp Fiction stretch back to the modernist literary movement. The two may belong to different mediums, but together they show how style, omission, and character banter can turn simple crime tales into enduring cultural touchstones.